Hey, let's see, as long as we're doing this new thing, I think I want to look at Joan of Arc. Now, interesting character from history, fought for her country, her belief, and tragic end. But let's see if this is going to work. Let's see if we can connect with Joan of Arc and maybe ask about her life, and then we'll ask about her from the other side, if there's anything to say. But let's look and see if this is going to work or not. Let's just check it out. Joan of Arc. I've got a feeling she's already reincarnated. But let's see what we get here. Joan of Arc. What can be said about Joan of Arc? Joan of Arc. Okay, first thing out is, Hierophant. Okay, definitely somebody that, people look up to, that she is a kind of a religious type of a figure, fought for her country. Let's look and see what we have. Above that, love. Okay, so I think this has to do with it feels like it's more of a connection with spirit, more of her connection, because it's in emotional, in emotions. And it's about, the foundation is about juggling things in the world, wanting to bring things to balance. Okay. So let's see what we have going into it. The world. She did what she did. It was all consuming for her world, and as we know, she passed out of form, burned at the stake. The challenge was the lovers. Now, I think that has to do with her guardian angels. We have the guardian angel up there watching over her time. Hopes and fears. There was a lot of oppression during that time. She was mentally driven. And I think it was the consuming thing about her country. Outcome, King of Cups. Outcome was, the compassion. The compassion. Outcome is compassion. And driven by the emotions. She was, felt like someone that was being led to liberate her country, to bring them to a victory. Underneath of it, we had that, overabundance of emotionality, filled to the brim. And it was about defending, taking action to defend her country. She saw herself as a person of compassion, wanting to lead. Now, it feels like she saw herself kind of as under Jesus Christ, as under that mantle of protection and wanting. And so she went forward, put that action out there. The concern was wanting to bring things to a more stable place and being a person of strength. Was not happy with what was going on with the country, and she saw a lot of fallacy during that time, and she wanted to bring light. And so she stood up to take action in the world, okay? So it just looks like this felt for her like it was a divine, she was being divinely led. And yeah, just really felt like divinely led to do this, to take these actions. I think she felt like she was really communing with Spirit, and led her country into battle. So let's see what we have, if she has something to say from the other side. And if she's already gone, if for her, you know, those that are surrounding her have something to say from the other side. But yeah, it looks like her life, she felt like she was led to do this. I'm feeling like this divine kind of a connection that was going on. Really felt like she was divinely led, and this was plaguing her about her country in this situation at the time, and that she was being divinely guided to do this. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we have. So in the center of it, there is saying, usually the Emperor is about being a leader. Having that grounding. 4 is about grounding, about, Emperor is being a leader. Above it, 1 with compassion, to bring compassion forward. Be a person of compassion, a person of strength, a person of grounding. And the foundation is standing for rights, to give what you can give. To be a leader, stand up and give what you can give from your knowledge. Empress is always about taking action and giving the best that can be given. And then above that is to be in compassion. Okay. And to stand one's ground. Going into it, saying, yeah, you may face controversy. If you're taking action, don't think it's going to be easy breezy. You're going to take some hits, okay? And we all know that. If we stand up for truth, you're going to take some hits along the way. the challenge is to continue to go forward, to continue to bring things forward, and to continue to look to the future, to survey what you can survey. Hopes and fears is wanting the best. Perfect success is what this card says. Wanting the best, seeing the rainbow, seeing the light. So this reminds me of God's promises, to hold to those promises. And the outcome is going towards a more peaceful place of mentation, coming out of that fallacy, coming out of the turmoil to a more gentle place. Underneath of it all, holding to that integrity, holding to that place of strength. This is always about actions. And usually this is like you see the action of the one on the hill, but this is being strong, being steady, grounded in actions, and knowing that you carry a burden. If you are carrying a burden of action, begin to take action and defend what has to be defended. Okay? The concern is about death transitions and all of the fallacy there. To remember the past, okay, and to see what's, to see, it's kind of like looking at what's going on now. I feel like this has, that she's looking from the other side at things that are happening in Ukraine and stuff, and seeing what's taking place there. Fighting and doing the righteous fight against fallacy, against turmoil, against, remember the past, see what they're trying to get away with, and put an end to it so that we can come to a temperance. Okay? In the midst of these anxieties, have strength, stand up. So I think she's kind of giving the same message about being strong, being a leader. Don't expect it to be easy, but hold to those things of value. Give what you can give. Stand up. Stand up and against the things that are fallacy. Stand up and hold to righteousness. Okay? Don't be afraid. Continue to stand against those things and fight against tyranny, and continue in your strength. It's basically hold to the light and don't be afraid. Continue forward. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's beneficial. Fight the good fight if you have to. So she feels like, again, she was divinely led. There was great concern for her country. And I think the same thing, great concern for what's going on now in Ukraine and the fight that we have now. Fight for integrity, fight for the good things. And don't have fear. You're going to take your lumps, you're going to take your bumps, but stand up. Stand up. Okay? So that's what I'm getting from Joan of Arc. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, Love and Light. See you online.